Hey Physique Freaks, how's it going? Scott Tuesday at MetabolicMasterpiece.com. It is Monday, January 5th, and it is freaking freezing out. I am out for a walk with my dog, Chief. Just trying to get him some exercise, play some fetch. Later on in the day, gonna be blasting some legs with my buddy Adam Wilks, fellow lightweight natural bodybuilder, and of course my partner Rick. So gonna get the rest of this walk in. My fingers are freezing. Catch up with you soon.
How'd you like that frozen snot on my mustache? Pretty attractive, eh? Anyhow, I've got complete footage from our entire leg workout today, as well as every single meal that I ate throughout the day. You're going to see that at the end of the workout footage, so stay tuned for that. We began the workout with 15 to 20 reps on the leg press. I've got my feet about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit narrower, and lower on the platform. Really trying to place some extra emphasis on the lower aspect of my quads. We're really trying to blast the quads with my neural drive, that mind-muscle connection. I'm able to steer that tension towards the lower aspect of my quads, I can shift it between the vastus medialis and vastus lateralis, depending on how I'm applying different pressures on my feet. Got a nice, deliberate, slow, controlled movement. I'm not extending at the top, and I'm really allowing that weight to come down immediately in a controlled fashion. That way I'm not, I find when I lower it too fast, some of that tension can shift more towards the upper hips and even lower back. So here we got my buddy Adam Wilks, fellow lightweight natural bodybuilder. He's going with a wider stance on the platform, and you can probably see he's getting a little bit deeper range of motion without really allowing his pelvis to tilt too much or his back to curl. I usually find with a wider stance, especially with toes pointing out, you can get a bigger range of motion, and that tends to place a little more emphasis on the hamstrings and glutes. It's still a quad dominant movement, but you can kind of shift a little bit of that emphasis by changing your foot position. Here we got Rick. He's going with even a little bit more narrow position, foot position than I was. And I want to show all three, Rick, myself, and Adam, how we perform these movements. Look at our range of motion, look at our control, because we're all a little bit different. Rick's going to be 52 years old this month. He's got a lot of experience behind him and really listening to his body, and you'll notice that the first few reps of most leg exercises, he doesn't do a full range of motion. He kind of eases into that motion, gets a feel for the movement, and then works himself down, and that's been working wonders for him. In the past, he would just go with a short range of motion throughout the entire thing, but he's really learned to really work with it, ease himself through that motion. So we did 3 sets, 15 to 20 reps on the leg press, and then we moved to the conventional deadlift. We're aiming for anywhere 6 to 10 reps here. And this is we've been doing the sumo deadlift for the past 2 months, trap bar deadlift for the 2 months prior to that. I really like to cycle these 3 variations of the deadlift in 2-month chunks, kind of master that form, and they all have their own benefits. They're all going to hit the hamstrings and glutes in a slightly different way. This is feeling really good. It was feeling maybe a little bit light, but I find for the conventional deadlift, I'd rather go a little bit lighter and do a little bit higher reps, because I tend to feel it a lot more in my muscles, and it kind of takes my back out of it a little bit more. So with the conventional deadlift, that bar is a little further away from your center of gravity than with the sumo deadlift or the trap bar deadlift. Adam was going to be going a little bit lighter with this. His glutes have been really tight lately, and that was affecting his lower back. He was just going to do stick with 135, but he decided to give 225 a shot, and it felt really good to him. He shortened up, didn't do as many reps as he would have with the 135, but that looked really good. Maybe a little bit of rounding of the lower back, but all in all, he was really happy with that. here you're going to see Rick, pretty damn good form here. He's really progressed incredibly with this movement. Now you're going to see he's getting very slow, controlled, deliberate, eccentric portion of the movement. You're going to hear a lot of coaches that just drop that bar down. And some say it's safer if you do that. We find it's a lot safer if you control it on the way down. We're the opposite of what some of those other coaches said, but it's just our experience.
Nice. Good shit, good shit. There you go. Quick rest, quick rest. We got 3 here. Good, Racker. Let's go, Captain.
Alright, so what we're doing here is called Myo-reps. It's kind of a form of rest pause training created by Borg Fajurli. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, if it's Borge Fajurli. Either way, it's become one of our favorite training protocols, as well as favorite training protocols of my clients. So it begins with an activation set. You can select various rep ranges. Frequently, people use the higher rep range, like around 20 repetitions. We're going with 12 reps for this first activation set, and it's a good idea to leave a rep or a couple reps in the tank. Otherwise, you're going to burn out pretty quick. So we're going with a short rest period, as you saw Adam doing during his sets there. So looking at no more than 10 seconds rest. And that can vary too. You can go with 30 seconds rest if you wish. And now we're going to be performing 3 reps for every Myo-rep set here. So it starts with an activation set. We're going 12 reps. Now we're going 3, 3, 3, 3, up until the point where we can only do 2 repetitions, and then that will end this exercise. There we got Adam still going in the background. I caught him in the middle of his first set, and then we saw some of his Myo-reps going along there. So depending on your weight selection, this was Adam's first time doing front squats. He's been uncomfortable with the form, was really never taught how to perform this movement. The bar would always want to roll down in front of him. He can't do, I'm not sure what you call the method where your forearms are up and you're holding it with your fingers. I really like this cross movement. I don't have the flexibility in my forearms to do it the other way. I know you can work on improving that, but this feels comfortable for me, so I don't feel any reason to change that. So Adam was a little bit nervous about this exercise. He was just going to go with back squats instead, but he ended up just hammering out some great sets here and with good form, so it was great to see him do that. So once again, here I am, just a few seconds rest, just catching my breath in between sets, and then going for 3 reps, racking it up and going it again. This is very, very cardiovascular with some of these leg movements here. I think I went a little bit too light with this. Next time I'll try, I got 115 here, so I think next time I'll try 125, and then I'll bump up to 135, because this felt pretty darn good. Maybe just a tad bit easy, but it was great focus and emphasis on the quads. I felt really good and controlled with a lot of these movements. Again, as sets go on, especially with this shorter rest period, you start to feel pretty darn gassed. If you give yourself a little bit longer rest, up to 30 seconds, it's not going to be as cardiovascular, but you're still going to get a lot of these benefits of Myo-reps. So Myo-reps, the first activation set, those first few reps, you're not stimulating all the muscle fibers, but with each Myo-rep set continually, it's right away. Each of 3 reps, you are stimulating some serious muscle fibers there. So I highly recommend you check out Borg Fajurli's website, learn more about Myo-reps. I'm sure if you do a Google search for Myo-reps, you'll learn a little bit more about it, and you can see his blog there. I'll probably do a whole video on Myo-reps coming up in the near future, and a little write-up on my site, because I think it's fantastic. It's a great protocol. Again, we mix up all training protocol from month to month. There's no best single training protocol that you'd ever want to stick with, but this has definitely become one of our favorites that we're working in a little more frequently than some of the other training protocols. So here's going to be my last Myo-rep set, where I'm only going to get 2 reps in, and I'm going to rack it up, and that's how I know it's the end. I couldn't do 3 reps, but it's always good to push out that last set where you only do the 2 and that's it. So again with Rick, he's going to ease into his range of motion here. So each rep he gets a little bit deeper, and really parallel is just about where he's comfortable. Any lower than that and he just feels more tension in his lower back. Part of it, flexibility issues, ankles, possibly other areas, but this is working really well for him. He definitely feels a massive burn in the quads, and it's feeling right.
That's
it's feeling
exactly
right
how
for
I
him,
was
so
feeling.
he's pretty damn happy with his range. It's actually much improved from where it was in the past, and you just gotta listen to your body. Sure, he could do a little bit more mobility work. See, this set's a little bit better. He's kind of really worked himself into a pretty good range here.
Nice.
This is his personal range of motion. I think that's fantastic right there. Nice upright posture. He's kicking butt, man. Kicking butt. Definitely inspires the heck out of me. As I say all the time, I could not ask for a better workout partner. I love the gym. I love training. I never want to miss a workout, and a lot of it has to do with him. I mean, I don't even get thoughts in my head of ditching a workout or skipping a workout, because I'm just stoked to go in there and train with him and push our limits, and we're definitely stepping up our game right now.
Good, though.
There's my
Good.
fingers. Just recording here with my iPhone. Kind of doing the trick for now. I'll be, every once in a while I switch to my little Canon PowerShot, which I don't like all that much. Definitely looking at investing in more camera recording equipment in the very near future. This will be the last set that I record for Rick. So again, this is just the Myo-rep set, and that is it. It's extended kind of rest pause there, and we finished off the workout with a superset between leg curls and leg extensions. Just a great way to finish things off. At this point in the workout, I mean, I could really feel an intense contraction in my hamstrings. This was feeling freaking awesome. And pretty good explosive movements, aiming for about 10 repetitions. I think I cranked out 12 this set. So I could have gone a little bit heavier there. Immediately walking over to the leg extension. Stalling a bit here. I should have set the bench up prior to doing this set. Always important to get that back rest in the right position, as well as the foot rest. Holding myself down, making sure those hips don't scoot up. Really making sure I get a great focus contraction on the quads. All in all, phenomenal workout. Really loved it. Really loved training with Adam and Rick together. The workout flew by. Great camaraderie and a great pump. So now we're going to get to every meal that I ate for the day. Catch you soon.
Alright, lunch, I'm going to have myself some Greek yogurt. So I've got half the container of Greek yogurt in there, 250 milliliters. Mixed in some chocolate peanut butter whey protein powder, 1 scoop from Perfect Nutrition, and a superfruit blend here. So we're looking at just under 400 calories. Alright, dinner time. Grabbing myself a nice pasta dish here. We've got some shell-like noodles. There's some kielbasa in there, some lean ground beef, and some ragu pasta sauce, and some mozzarella cheese. Looking at, I'd say about 650 calories here. Alright, it is just about 8:30. Got in from a killer leg session. Great time training with my buddy Adam and Rick, and just grabbed myself a little protein shake, just 1 scoop of Perfect Whey protein powder in some water. I don't have any carbs added in this. Had plenty of carbs pre-workout with that pasta meal. All that's kind of digesting in my system right now. So all in all, I'm looking at my caloric and macro intake for the day and a whole. Not so concerned about my post-workout meal, especially when I'm training late at night like this. So going to be unwinding right now. Going to go read a book, take some melatonin, and just chill, do a little foam rolling, relax, and hanging out with Angie. Although she's watching the frickin' Bachelor right now, so I'm probably going to be cuddling up with a book myself, just trying to unwind, make my to-do list for tomorrow, and I will catch up with you then. Thanks again for following my journey, sharing this journey with me. Let me know if there's any kind of footage you want to see next, and I will catch you soon.